What up, my podcast people?
Welcome back to Motherhood Unhinged. My name's Chandra.
Courtney.
Chelsea.
And today we'll be talking about back to school, the good, the hard, the bad, the funny, and
The
everything in
infected,
between.
because Chandra's infected.
Oh, God. We'll go into that in a minute. So it's that time of year again when it's all about the school supplies, the pencils, the backpacks. Mom, when you picking us up? Who's picking us up?
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
I'm hungry. I haven't ate since like 11. I'm hungry. You have something in this car?
You know what? That's fair. I shouldn't pick on them. They're probably starving.
Yeah, when you have a 10:30 lunch.
Yeah. Schools, y'all need to get it together. And it's not only early, but they don't even have enough time to like eat.
Yeah,
Like that-
by the time they get through the line.
That's too
Do you
fast.
remember that?
No. Was it that bad?
Yeah, but I always try to get there quick.
I remember running through the hallways a couple times to try to be first in
If you were
line.
really good, you got a teacher who lets you go early to lunch.
But I don't think it helps that they literally set it up so the kids have recess right after lunch. So what do you think they're doing? They're either scarfing their food down quick or they're not eating at all because they want to go to the playground.
Oh, they get to go straight to the playground.
So I think that's a big issue.
Yeah.
Like if they would cut out the recess right after lunch, then maybe.
I feel like Jackson's school system is so odd to me. You probably haven't even started. Oh, you started this year with the middle school, the red, black, and green days?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm like, we just have to drop them off at the same time every day, regardless of what time school actually starts.
So basically, it depends on what day it is what classes you go to.
Yeah.
And then green days
so like our A and B days that we had in
Yeah.
school.
You had A and B days?
Yeah, we all did.
Chelsea,
Not-
you were there.
Not in high school. We didn't have
You
no
were
A and
there.
B days. We did not have A and B days in high school.
Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
we
I
did.
would
We
have
did it.
social studies one day, science the next day, social studies the Dude, where was she?
She was absent from like
I might have not been at
2006
school very
to
long.
It's been what
2010.
your 15-year reunions this year, so
Shut up.
you
already got-
Shit. Are you going to
Dementia.
that?
you've disconnected from high school.
I really don't think we had a...
We did. I'm
All right.
pretty positive, but anyhow,
We need like Miss Gramad, one of our counselors, to like go back and send us what the file looked like
Oh, God. She was cool.
back in the day.
I really don't know if I ever had problems with any of the teachers.
I was a pretty low key.
I kind of tried to get in with the teachers so I could do what I wanted, if we're being honest.
I went to school to
So-
socialize, if we're being totally honest. She was the A+ student. I was your average student.
I was lucky to pass. I mean,
I liked being social, but I was there like academically to
But
try
you
and get
also liked
scholarships
being
and
the
grants
best.
and all that stuff, college credits and things.
you've been competitive your entire life.
Sports.
I feel like. I'm
Yeah.
talking about anything.
Yeah.
You'll argue with the freaking tree stump. As long as you get to prove your point.
As long as I can plead my case. That's all that matters.
Hey, can y'all hear this?
Just ignore her.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
I need to do an ASMR channel.
The first topic for today is going to be about the emotional roller coaster. So we're going to go over like, do you remember or have you seen it in like your kids and my kids so far? Because little Langston's not big enough for big kid school yet.
I don't even want to think about him going to school.
Oh,
So
it's
then
coming.
you can just pitch in on this as far as like how your emotions are going to be. How have our emotions been? Because our kids completed their first week back to school last week, and so the excitement, like I was so excited for the kids to go back to school
Why were you excited?
because I honestly had them all summer, and I just needed a little bit of a mom time. Funny thing is, my toddler ended up bringing home hand, foot, mouth, which then ended up coming to me. So literally for 7 days, her and I have been quarantined in the house till today. So I didn't really get
So we didn't even get
Any
our
time
full. We usually record on Mondays, and we have a full day to be able to, like, mess around, a little chit chat.
Have a girls' day.
Yeah. Nope.
no.
Now it's in the afternoon.
She was infected.
On a Wednesday, and we're like, "Come on, Chandra, we have to hurry up. We got places to be, people to see, kids to pick up." And she's just lollygagging around with her purse. Hey guys,
Let me just tell you.
30 minutes late. Great, love that.
Let me just tell you, nobody wants to ever get hand, foot, mouth. It was the worst thing ever.
I can't believe you got it.
I can't believe you did
Adults
either.
did.
I was like Lysoling, Cloroxing, everything, but I think I'm the one. Well, I'm the one that was home with her all day. I'm the one changing all the diapers. I'm the one making all of her food, cleaning her up. I was giving her 2 baths a day, so my hands are going in the baths. I'm
put
cleaning
gloves on.
all I did do gloves and water, and it just doesn't work out.
I truly was worried that Langston might get it because we were all together at his first birthday party.
Yeah.
The day before.
No, it was 3 days before.
It was like 2 days before her first bump started showing up. And I'm like, oh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, no,
so she-
because then we went to church together on Sunday and lunch, and she was over touching Langston. And I'm like, oh, he's going to get it. But no.
Yeah, sis didn't get
Oh,
that.
yeah. We were in church in Cape that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was awful. And so my first week back to school is usually like, oh my gosh, it's like a little break. And it wasn't. So this is hopefully my week to
Listen,
get back in the groove and have a little time to myself.
maybe I just thrive in chaos. I wasn't necessarily excited for them to start. I was more excited for a routine.
routine. Yeah.
That's what I was excited for. Because unfortunately, unless somebody's pushing me to do something, mama ain't going to do it. Okay? So
You need the
that's what
deadlines.
I needed somebody to say, hey, you have to be here this time or they're going to be late. That's what I needed. School does that.
Because you don't want to have to be the one to get out of your car to sign them in. That's like the curse. Mothers do not want to have to get dressed nice, put some real shoes on, and take the kids into the school.
You know how many times I went to the school in pajamas?
Oh my God, I can't. Can't do that.
Please, those people have seen me forever like that. They're like, oh, here comes Chelsea rolling in. They know my car. They know how I look. They're like, oh, it's just her.
Trust the kids, light again.
Be like,
Just
well,
the
the
kids
kids are
rolling
at
in.
least dressed.
That's why I love where Maverick's at in the elementary. That's probably why you like East, is because you just form a bond with that school.
Yeah. You
I
get to
don't
know everybody. I mean, I was a little sad because I enjoyed having them here to like go do things with, or like be like, oh, you want to go to the water park? We want to go out of town? Like, cool. But it's like, I don't know. It was time to have a little bit of not relaxation, but like quiet. We need a little quiet.
Loud. Yeah, it's definitely loud when they're around.
Overstimulated. I get overstimulated.
Brandon took a picture of me the other day. I don't think I saved it, but he Snapchatted it to Chase and me. And I was in the car, like, I was driving like this, and I had my hand like this. I was like slumped down. And he captioned it. And I asked why she's mad, and she said she's not. And it looked like I was mad. Not even 3 seconds after him taking that, or before taking that picture, he's like, why are you so angry all the time? You know what? I can tell you're hungry. You know, I was really hungry. And he's like, you're terrible when you're tired or hungry. It's like, well, then fix it. Let me sleep in or give me some damn food, babe.
Oh my gosh. Say, well, those two things you know exactly how to fix. So be like, you got a snack cake or something?
Come on, you
Hand it
gotta give
over.
me something.
Oh my
Probably
God.
why he got me breakfast this morning, actually. That checks.
That checks.
Checks.
Were you ever one of those moms like, did you cry the first time you took him to school?
Are you kidding me? This was probably the first year I didn't cry, if we're going to be 100% honest. You know how many times Rand made fun of me? It's like, they're growing up. I don't want them to grow up.
Oh,
But
I
I'm sitting there
totally
bawling my eyes out.
will be the
It's
crier.
worse at the beginning. Like, it'll hit me a lot harder when Evie starts because it'll be like the last one and she'll start kindergarten. It's the first, like, I don't know. I feel like it's the first 3 to 4 years. Every year it hits you really hard. But I feel like once you get to Bentley's age, first off, you're no longer cool. They're ready to get out of the car and see their friends.
Jordan doesn't turn around and wave at us anymore. Like,
So-
James waved bye to him today, and Jordan just kept on walking straight. And his dad goes, "Did he turn around and wave at you?" And I was like, "No, he just kept his back to us." Just
We're no longer cool.
went on in.
Yeah,
Oh my
we're no longer
goodness,
cool.
the shift.
Yeah, it is. There's a huge shift. I see a big shift in Jordan this year, like from elementary to middle school.
Well, yeah, that's a big difference. That first year of middle school is a big
The
difference.
You guys
attitude-
really are not going to be the cool.
The attitudes
people
shifted
anymore.
a
I
little
don't care
bit.
what he says. Mama's always gonna be cool.
His demeanor shifted a little bit. Like, he's just kind of like, I don't know, not as
Less
nice
of like a
sometimes.
kid.
Yeah, and a little snottier. You know, like
Oh yeah.
the preteens coming out, and I'm like, we're still your parents, and we're still cool. Like, we always tell them, like, you guys are so blessed, and like, so like, you get a lot more than other kids get. So like, enjoy that, but like, don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't think that really clicks for kids unless they like go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I just don't know the cool lingo anymore. Now they
Yeah,
come
we
home and
talked
say
about
this
that last time, all
stupid
the-
stuff. I'm like,
You just
what happened?
listen and then turn your head and you're like, when you speak English, then talk to me.
Yeah.
Can you explain what that
I remember that feeling though of like the first day of school. As much as I liked summer as a kid, I loved going back and
I
like
did
making
too.
it a point to see all my friends and socialize and know what was going on. And
I really didn't hate school. I just hated doing the
no,
work.
and so many people hate on high school, but I loved my high school
I did
years.
too.
I would redo it all in a heartbeat.
I would do it 100% over.
Would I want to stay there? Probably not. But would I want to go back and
Yeah.
like do some of those things again? Yeah.
I thought it was. I took advantage of it, as we all do. Like now we have bills to pay and we have to go to work and all this other crap. That
And
just
now we're
sucks.
like, why did we rush it? Like,
Yeah.
why? This is what we were
Why did I
waiting
want to
for.
graduate so fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the days, you know, like those are the days of your lives. And it's
Truly.
we got to tell our kids, like,
That's what Brandon
soak it
says
up.
all the time to Bentley specifically because he's older. He's like, listen, dude, I know some days suck, but you are living the best years right now. So just try.
Take it in.
Yeah, try to make it a good day every day. But, you know, we don't know anything.
I think I don't know. It's interesting to be on this side of the spectrum now versus like we can all vividly remember what it was like being a student. I remember like loving going school shopping, putting my
I did
backpack
too.
together, organizing everything and labeling it, you know, all that stuff.
Is that a girl thing though? Because Bentley, I realize that a lot of the supplies I buy that's on the list, I swear does not get used. And I think it's solely because they're like, well, here, these are the things you should be using in this class. And he chooses to shove the papers in the backpack, not put pencils in the pencil.
And girls
thing.
are just a little bit more organized,
I guess. Yeah.
Or they're
I don't
all
know.
about the way their stuff looks.
Yeah.
I remember taking notes and retaking notes to make them look better.
You always had good handwriting though.
Yeah.
Mine was like chicken scratch.
No.
Yeah, I remember specifically in English, we had journals that we'd have to write in every
yeah.
day. And my teacher would be like, you have some interesting handwriting. I was like, you know, she's like, sometimes I can't read it. I was like, what do you want from me?
Right.
It's my journal. I can read it.
Yeah. I can't read it.
Talking about school supplies, a friend of mine, I kind of like this because going back to like how your kids might get to do more things. You think about like the kids who are going back to school that school is harder for them, or maybe their parents don't have the means to buy them the things. One of my friends, she says that they don't have to school shop. Like they don't have to buy supplies. They send $25 to school and the teacher buys the supplies. That way every student has the same amount of things, the same looking things, the same brand of things.
Interesting.
And I'm like, you know what? I love that.
I do
because
too.
now that next child who may not have parents who can get all of these things
Yeah.
has the exact same things that the kids who can.
That's a really good
really
idea.
like that.
Isn't that so
I
nice?
probably spent that amount on each kid. Probably. I
was just
went to
about to
Target
say.
and I did the sale when they had the Target school supplies,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't that expensive this year. I feel like everything was like pretty on par.
Do you guys look at it now since you are buying supplies and being like, and this is why my mom wouldn't let me buy the cool $5 folders?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You're like,
heck no.
90
We're not buying
cents,
those.
Pick it out.
You can pick whatever color, but
Blue,
it's in this one.
green, you're getting the plastic.
No, 100%. Yeah, when I look at stuff now, I'm like, wow, that makes a sense. That checks.
Because
why.
you know that at the end of the year they're either going to throw it away, to leave it or lose it,
Yep.
or 3 they're going to like donate it to like the pile or whatever. And it's like, so
Well, I also I
Why
do a
spend
lot
that?
of weird things. Like I have this stigma in my head. Unless somebody shows me or tells me it's okay, it's like no, I have to do it. So every year for a long time, I felt like I had to rebuy everything. Like I couldn't reuse from the year before
For your kids?
Yes, and so it finally got to a point. This last I don't know, like 2 years. I think on one of the things they're like, you can reuse this from last year if you have or whatever. I'm like, why haven't I been making them like? I don't know, keep some highlighters. Like he clearly doesn't need 5 colors.
Right?
So yeah, I finally got out of that. So we didn't spend near as much this year.
You should just tell them all to welcome
Hubby
Josh,
needs the
everybody. Just kidding.
Have a good day at work, honey.
bye, babe.
Chandra's hubby. Yeah, I think at the end of the year, you should just be like, bring everything home in your backpack, go through it all, make sure it works to your, standards.
Yeah, huh?
And then reuse it.
I'm gonna do 100%. And also, I think it's weird. Well, he's not in high school yet. I don't remember in middle school if I did or not. But Bentley refuses to use a locker. And his excuse is that they just don't have enough time, which I could see, like, if your locker's on the other side of the school.
Yeah, that's
get
when
it.
we would share lockers with friends. Do you remember doing
And they
that?
actually do
Yeah.
that now. They, like,
Really?
set that up there to where I don't know
like-
if they look strategically, like, oh, you can share with this person because you're next to this class and they can share with this person. But it did say on there that there will be shared lockers. And I thought I was like, Bentley, why not do that? Because this backpack is stupid heavy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, dude, stop. And then
Well, could we even have backpacks?
No, like once we had high school, I thought that backpacks weren't allowed anymore because
I
of
thought it had to
safety.
be see-through.
I don't remember.
I feel like I had a backpack.
I know middle school took away the lockers, I think. Imperial.
Yeah, because we got
Interesting.
lockers in 6th grade, and now they don't do that anymore.
Well, another thing is with the whole school system that it drives me nuts. It's the whole back to the timing stuff with the lunches. Why in the world are we not just adding another hour or two to the day, which is probably would help a lot of parents out as far as job wise? Because very little jobs get off at 3:30. You know what I mean? And I know there's after kids club and stuff, but if they're rushing to get to classes or if they're having to, rush to eat, why not add another hour at the end of the day and let them have more time? I don't understand that.
Well, I know like in elementary, I feel like my kids were having 3 recesses a day. I'm like, is that really necessary?
Yeah, you want them to get out and run that energy, Chan.
Yeah, do you want
3.
them to be energized in the evening?
They can run when they get home.
Gonna work them
Not with their friends.
Oh, true. We're not cool. I forgot.
And you also haven't been a teacher. I'm sure some of them teachers are like, when's recess?
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, God. I think even though we're excited and sad and all that for them to go back, like excited and sad, it's like how we talked about grief and all that living hand in hand. I think like that's the same with the school year. It's like, man, I wish you were here to hang out with, but I also miss you.
Yeah.
But I think like from a faith angle, like we just pray and hope that they have a peaceful year filled with grace and
Yes.
protection. And I want to speak, like today there was a shooting at a Catholic school and our hearts go out to all of them. And I can't even imagine, like every day I've questioned, like do we send them? Do we not send them? Do we trust the safety of school systems? Do we not? Do we homeschool? But I can't homeschool. Like I'm just not cut out to do that, But I think that
If
there's
I
a
could
huge
make
thing.
money
You
to
can.
pay our bills and homeschool
You
Langston
could.
forever,
What's that
I would
called? Is
totally-
it co-op or something? You get like a community of people that like
Take turns.
take turns. I don't know like if there's payment involved, but if like you wanted to step and be like, hey, I'll do the program here at home if everyone would pitch in $20 or whatever. I'm sure you could, because there's a lot of people that would much rather have an in-home.
because Trent and I
daycare
already
school.
talk about that. We're like, where do we want to send Langston to school? We're like, I don't know. Weighing
You
all the
saying that-
options.
Yeah, because I was going to bring that up too. It's been really heavy on me I feel like the last, I don't know, 2 years probably, that I've really been praying. I'm like, dude, do I need to
think it's-
homeschool and do I need to put him in a private school? I mean,
But that was a private school today. Like it's a Catholic school. So it
That's
doesn't
true.
matter if you're private, if you're public. Like safety and crazy people exist everywhere.
that's true.
And so I think the hardest thing, like for me, is for one, I just know I don't have the patience to homeschool. 2, I didn't go to school to be an educator, so I'd feel like I'd do them a disservice. And 3, I think that the social aspect of schooling is really what
Like it's important for
can
them to be
prevent a lot
surrounded.
of the craziness,
Oh, 100%.
I think that
it's just a
if you're
double-edged sword.
exposed to the world and get that socialization and they're involved in the sports and all the activities and things, I think that would hopefully decrease on depression and
I think it's a double-edged
bad
sword,
activities.
regardless, because like then you could go to, okay, well, you can homeschool and they can still have a social life because there's still traveling sports or
Yeah.
these things that you
And
don't
I think
have
it's
to
about
be
the
in.
parent. Are you a social parent that
that
homeschools? You know what I
wants to.
mean?
Do you have friends that have kids? Do you go to these, they have like family fun nights, all these
Yeah.
places to meet people or to get your kids out.
Well, and they just announced that in Missouri now, homeschool kids can join the teams at school and play the
See?
sports. But then again, you don't want your kid to feel like this outcast because they don't know everybody or like they don't feel like they're included. The inclusion aspect of it is kids
Yeah.
are snotty nowadays.
I agree with Chelsea though. I think it's a double-edged sword.
It's really, there's not a right choice. It's just
It's hard because there
whatever
isn't.
works for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the patience for homeschooling either, but I've always told myself, when the craziness gets a little too close to home, probably gonna do something.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to find it, God willing. Hey, Lord, I'm gonna need a lot more patience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even if you think about, like, let's say security systems or Metal detectors, that would have not made a difference in what happened this morning. It was outside of the church.
And it was just right into the church.
It was right into the windows of the church. So like it wouldn't have mattered.
Can't even have windows.
And so we're talking about back to school. So like this is a huge thing. Like I don't know.
It's sad.
It's very sad.
It's awful. The world has really, really became a dark place. That's why we need God.
For sure. Praying for protection every single day.
His hedge of protection is the only thing that's going to work.
But we'll move right on into practice prep and survival tips. So like school shopping on a budget, like I said, we talked about. We went and did the Target deal this year, and that was a pretty good deal on all the school supplies. I think I only spent like $25 a kid, if that. I think reusing the supplies, like you said, that's always a good option.
Wait, what?
Like reusing supplies like headphones, mouses, the pouches, the pencil pouches. You don't need that new stuff every year.
Mm-mm.
You can reuse it.
Yeah.
But you deal with like the elementary kids, they like to draw and write all over it. So then you hit middle school and it's like they need to not have the graffiti things.
That was
anymore.
me. I drew all over everything.
I was going to say, hey,
Do you guys remember when we had textbooks and we would use like the brown paper
The brown
sacks
paper.
Oh my
to cover our books?
Yes.
If we did that, our kids would be like,
that was my favorite
trash?
thing though, because then I could design my books how I wanted.
I feel like they made time for us to do that in class.
I think they did.
The first week for sure.
Those
I
like,
totally forgot that we
or
had
like
to put
those
that on
10-cent literally flimsy book covers that
Yeah.
they thought was
Yeah.
going to protect our
Oh,
covers.
those-
Like the little cloth.
the cloth.
Yes.
Yeah, there ain't
Where
no
It
protection.
didn't even fit the book half the time.
Oh my gosh. What about morning and bedtime routines? We're really routine around here. How about you, Chelsea?
It really depends on if it's a sports night or not, if we're going to be honest. I've gotten better at going home so I can at least get the little one settled down, but half the time she is a party animal. I don't know if she gets a second wind or what happens, but she's not ready for bed. Or I think she's really finding how she can. Is there something in that?
Yeah.
Do you have an air freshener shoved in that wreath?
No.
Do you not see that circle thing in there? Sorry, I get distracted. What was I saying?
Evie, she gets a second one.
She gets a second wind and she goes, I need to know what that is by the end of this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it's an air freshener. You see it, didn't you?
No.
I don't think it's an air
circle.
freshener.
It's an attack.
Do
Sorry.
we see now why Chelsea's kids are the
ADHD.
Yeah. Anyways, she gets a second wind and she doesn't want to go to bed, or she has found this thing where I think she understands, at least I'm telling myself this, that she knows how to stall. So she's like, I ain't go potty, or I need drink. I hungry. I'm like, dude, no. No. You just downed a bottle. You just ate. We can try a pee. And then you're going to bed.
we could try it.
And most of the time she just wants to sit on it.
Oh yeah, because you're like full blown potty training now, aren't
Trying.
you?
Yeah. But usually she's like, toilet after she's done went into her diaper. So I think this weekend, since it's a long weekend, I think I'm going to either put her in like some underwear or just let her run around naked.
One of my friends, clients, she is a friend, she is a client. That sounded weird. She was telling me, I might have told you about this. She had, because we were at work, I was doing her hair the other day, and I said, I don't know, like, I'm just really, Langston's only one, but I said, I'm just really worried about potty training. And she's like, why? And I said, I've just always heard that it's harder for boys. And she's like, no. She's like, everybody had me so worried, because she has a girl, then a boy. And she's like, everybody had me so scared. And she's like, I followed this program. She's like, I will tell you what it is, give it to you, whatever. And she said, both of my kids, she's like, I'm not even lying to you, were fully potty trained in a week. She's like, I swear by it.
Give me that program.
Right? And she sent it to me the other day. I'll forward it to you.
Yeah, forward it.
She's like, did we have a little bit of accidents here and
Yeah.
there? She's like, sure. She's like, but primarily like 1 week. She's like, you basically for a week don't want to leave your home
Right.
because you're working at it so hard.
Yeah.
But 7 days worth of staying home, I'd do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're pretty routine too. Like with sports yesterday, Josh brought the kids home. I had dinner ready at 4:30. We ate and we're out the door by 5:30 to get to football. So we already had dinner. So when we got back home, went to football till
Are they
8.
not hungry?
No, we got home, showered, and went to bed. They went to bed. I went and worked out. Josh did some work.
See, my kids would still be hungry, especially eating that early. I remember my
What time did you
eat?
aunt did that.
Like, we were eating around 4:45. Dinner was done at 4:30.
But at that point, I think a lot of people, even if they are hungry, give them some kind of little snack.
Yeah.
Carrots, ranch, I guess a bag of chips, whatever you want to give them, you know.
Yeah. I think right after football, they were just tired and from running and stuff like that. So probably weren't hungry.
Yeah, that's going to kick their butts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially
What a
in the
good
mornings.
week to start football, though, because I am living for this weather.
Me too.
Oh, my gosh.
It was
Feels like
beautiful at
fall.
practice.
I was about to put a sweater on, and then Brandon's like, you realize it's a little hot now? And I'm like,
Oh, Monday, I wore a pullover all day.
Yeah.
I'm
Monday
like,
was
I'm-
the
It got a little
Rising.
warm today. Like this
Yeah, it
this
did.
afternoon it did.
it's closer to 80 now, I
79.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But
What about morning routines for you guys?
has it really changed since school started? It's probably been pretty...
No. I mean, we've been rocking daycare for a while, so
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same. We don't really have school. So, and however, Langston wants to get up at least once every night right now between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m.
Really?
Every night. He used to sleep through the night.
Yeah.
And now he's up every night again, and you'll try to soothe him and it doesn't work. So we do end up giving him a bottle because then he goes right back to bed.
Yeah.
For the most part. Then he sleeps till about 7. I wake him up because like by that point I've gotten all my stuff done.
Yeah.
Wake him up, feed him, change him, brush his little teeth first this morning, out the door.
So sweet. Whoa,
I love routines. It just makes it go so much easier. And I feel like Ivy is, I think, really routine because like we don't have issues with her going down, anything like that. The only thing we've had issues with this week is since we started her antibiotic, she didn't want to nap for us. I'm like, in 2 days, she took a 30-minute nap and that's
Yeah.
it.
Which Trent and I noticed he has his 7th little tooth popping through.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that could be
That could be
part of
bothering
his
him at night.
reason. Yeah.
For sure. What about what kids actually eat versus what Pinterest tells us to pack?
What'd you say?
Like, the Pinterest lunch boxes. And
Do you guys pack your
You
kids'
guys-
lunch?
I want to do better this year. They wanted lunch the whole first week, so we did do that. Maverick took his today. Bentley decided, that reminds me, I need to put lunch money in their accounts. Anyways, he wanted lunch today at school, so he didn't. But I want to get better at doing better lunches.
Do they see like what's on the menu and they're like, I'll take it that day? Or
I
Bentley
have to hand it to
swore-
them. The school's stepping up.
Bentley swore that
With their lunch.
middle school's lunches sucked, so he never wanted to do it. But
Have
this
you
year he
seen
says
that they're bringing the fruit bars to all the schools?
fruit bars.
Yeah.
So
They're
it's
having
stepped up from a fruit bar.
like they're getting their regular lunch and then they're gonna have like all these fresh fruit options and things
Oh,
like that.
that's nice.
cool.
Yeah. And they did
I
away
like
with
that.
the dyes this year.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
So-
I
awesome.
really like that.
If I don't
That
have
was
to
just
pack a
at your
lunch,
guys' school district, right?
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
don't have to pack a lunch and they get good food options, why are you packing a lunch?
Well, for one, money.
Oh,
Miss Money
is
Bags?
it cheaper?
Well, I mean, they have it on the thing the month.
Yeah.
You're paying if you do breakfast and lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess breakfast is cheaper, so it's a little
Yeah.
bit knocked off, but it's like $110
What is?
A week?
for the lunch. No, for a month. Like if you were to wanted to make sure their account never
Yeah.
gets negative, it's $100
It's
per
like
kid.
3 something
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
It's like $15 and something a week.
No, it's 100 and something.
No.
Okay, a little under 100, probably close to $70 for the junior high. I don't know about if the middle school's a little cheaper.
It's $3.40, I think. $3.40 a lunch.
$3.40 a lunch. Okay, so times 5.
I don't have to worry about this yet.
Do the math here. Not a mathematician. That's $70.
Yeah, but that's not 110.
That's for breakfast and lunch.
Oh. I missed that. So this year we started doing breakfast at home.
Yeah. Did you do breakfast at school last year?
Yeah. They've
Oh.
always done breakfast at home. Or, I mean, at school. Until this year.
We kind of did a little bit of both last year.
But then
Really
my
just
husband
depends.
decides, on Friday last week, we're going to let him go to school and you spend like $7 for a glazed donut. And I'm like, no. Not going to go to school and not buy breakfast any day, but you buy it for the glazed donut.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can have treats, but the more and more stuff that I see, like, I'm trying to kind of step away from the sugary stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's really, I mean,
My
we're
kids
not
have
supposed to have that
too
first
many-
thing in the morning.
cavities for them to be getting a donut at school.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm
Josh's
a
teeth
stickler.
suck?
I'm a stickler at brushing teeth, at flossing.
Yeah, but that's not always. It's
the
genetics
mouthwash.
too.
It's genetics.
You want to talk about teeth? I just went to the dentist the other day.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 33 in October, and they want me to come back for x-rays to get my wisdom teeth taken out at 33 years old.
Do you have to? Did they say like it's something you need to do?
One of them is really causing some issues. I can't feel it, but it is.
I'll tell you what. It'll probably be way worse for
I
you
had
now.
one pulled like on the spot one
I
time.
remember that.
I was in so much pain that when I went, we get off topic so easy. Welcome to our world.
Welcome to Mother Unhinged. Makes a lot of sense.
We are unhinged. No, it was in so much pain one time that I went. It was my wisdom tooth, and he's like, "I can pull it today." Terrified me because I'm like, don't most people get like put under or something when this happens? But I'm like, sure, do your thing.
And he numbed it and just yanked it out.
Yeah. And honestly, I thrived because it was in so much pain before that it was not bad.
It's relieving.
Yeah.
Pain relieving.
Well, I got all
So-
four cut out.
Were you put out?
Oh yeah.
See, so
Yeah.
I was like, well, if you decide you want to take these two top ones, are you going to put me out, or are we just going to pull them in the office? He's like, I could probably pull them in the office. I'm like,
Are they already in?
Yeah.
Oh well, that makes a lot more sense. I'm thinking back in the day when mine weren't even in yet.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah, all mine are there, minus the
Well,
one I
that
gotta
would
take
make
out.
sense. I just am not using my brain. Why would they not be in already? You're 30.
Yeah, I'm about to be 33. I hope they're in.
Well, shut up. Shut up. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Let's move on to challenges that parents face nowadays. So,
What
I think-
challenge do we not face?
I think the top one, true. I think the top one is homework.
honestly, Maverick. I am only speaking for Bentley because he's the oldest one. Never has had homework
Really?
until he had few and things here and there last year. I think this year's gonna really kick his butt.
How old
because
is he?
he'll be
Seventh grade.
13 in November.
I think my friend's daughter is 13. And she had homework the very first day. We were talking about that at work at the salon the other day. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, huh? I think it's going to start affecting him more because elementary, middle really wasn't bad. Elementary never had homework. Maverick never had some worksheets here and there.
Those workbooks.
Yeah,
The math workbooks.
here and there, that was fine. But yeah, has never had homework. So we really haven't had to dial in on that. I think this year we will, though, because he's already had homework. I just hate how it's not how it used to be, where it's all you have to. They have the paper, they do it on the paper, and then they have to transfer that information into their laptop.
That's what they have to do now?
They have to enter the, like for math, I guess. I don't know about the other ones, but for math, they have to enter the answers into Canvas, is what they call
But
it.
show their work on another piece of paper?
I've been seeing a lot about the Canvas with the middle school, but I'm like, that's what I used in college. So
Really?
yeah.
I feel like that's still a big thing in college. I think somebody on TikTok said they
I
also
feel like
use
everything
Canvas.
is getting into high tech, and the parents are like, "What?" Mm-hmm. Like, keep
what's
it
going on?
simple. Give them the textbook and give them papers, and let them
That's
turn
what
it
I'm
in.
saying. Yeah, but everything's going to AI now.
What about screen time limits when school's back in session?
That's crazy. How are you supposed to limit screen time when they have it all day at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan.
Probably makes you want to limit it more in the evening.
I got a message from Jordan's teacher the other day that they need to make sure Chromebooks are fully charged, and that
Was his dad or something?
no, it had nothing to do with him. It was about
Just
the
as a whole.
expectations for the class, and about how she expects them to be charged because they're going to be using it for this class and this class. And I'm like, holy cow! So all day long, kind of like a job, basically.
What?
I mean, I guess it
Working on
teaches
their
them
laptop
a little
all
bit
day.
of
All day.
responsibility.
I can't stand it. I mean, I want to know statistically. I mean, unfortunately, that's not going to be able to be a thing until much further. But what about the strain on their eyes?
I was just about to say, don't they say that's bad for our eyes as grown adults?
Yeah.
Let alone these children.
That's what we grew up. Maybe we grew up being told that.
Because
So we
do
would stay
they
off.
get them in kindergarten?
Maverick.
up?
Second grade.
Maverick just got his. No.
Sheesh.
No, he got it last year, I think. Yeah.
The
But
twins
he's
are
not.
getting
He
theirs this
doesn't
year.
bring his home like Bentley has. Bentley's had the exact same one since he started school.
I don't think we even really were on computers that young.
Remember, we had to
We had a
check them
computer
out.
class.
And they had the rolly cart with them plugged in. You had to check them out if you needed them.
No.
I do remember that.
Well, I never was a nerd in school. Don't take offense to that. I wish I was a nerd in school, okay? Maybe I would have went further with my life. You were on the right track. You become a doctor, okay? So it worked for you. But no, I did bare minimum of everything, okay? Just enough to get by. Just enough to graduate.
You survived.
Yeah.
I
I
think
do not suggest doing that, though, kids.
they're
Don't
on
do that.
screens, I know, a lot during the day. So when they come home, and if they go, Jordan will try and go straight down the stairs to the games. And I'm like, get your booty back up here.
I have put in a
You guys are not going to the games when you get home.
So okay, I battle with this. Okay, since school started, we haven't had any games for other reasons that I won't get into. But we haven't had any games, and I implemented like if we
You
have
mean like
sports-
video games?
Yeah, no video games. They've have TV, but shoot, we're not home enough to even watch it right now. So I implemented like if we have sports that day, you don't need to be playing anything. So we can focus on, making sure we're not late, blah, 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 whatever, because we're constantly on the go. But I also battle with it because I remember how I felt. Like after a really long day of school, I've always been a gamer, and the first thing I want to do is game just to relax. And I have a hard time being like, why am I taking that away from them when that's what I wanted? I didn't want it just because like I was fiending. I was just like, man, this is my relaxation. Like a bubble bath is mom's, or I don't know, watching a YouTube video or a podcast. You know what I mean? So I kind of battle with that. I think my only issue is I'm not going to let you sit at a screen for 4+ hours playing a game.
After you just got off school.
Right.
Looking at a screen.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn how to get on it for 30 minutes at a time, or be like, hey, I want to play just to kind of get the edge off. Like
but
some
there
people have
is
beers
no
after work.
limiting
You know what I mean?
themselves. You know what I mean? Like Jordan stayed home on Monday because he had a fever Sunday afternoon. So like we did the whole 24 hours fever free thing. I think me and Ivy are clearly up here quarantining ourselves. So like I couldn't regulate and control, and like what else was I going to tell him to do? Go outside where it's
You got to call me up, Chan, and be like, how do you put a limit on here? Every PlayStation, Xbox, they got parental
I know,
controls.
but then he would have been like, well, what am I going to do for 10 hours while everybody else is gone?
Well,
And I'm
learn
like,
how to limit your stuff.
I can't
That's
keep
so
him
crazy.
entertained.
He was off school.
Yeah.
My friend, her daughter got sent home the first day of school because she had fever.
Well, there's a lot of schools
There's
with
so
a lot
much
of sicknesses
crud
right now.
going around.
There is.
COVID, rhino, just gastroenteritis stuff going around. Like,
But also,
I don't
too,
know.
like, what did we do? We weren't better when we stayed home from school. We watched TV all day. I did.
we were outside a lot.
You were not outside if you were sick, Chandra.
Oh, not when we're sick. I
No,
thought
we
you
were
talking
probably
about,
lounging, watching TV.
I thought you were talking about like just on a general day.
Oh, no. I'm talking about, like, on those days when they're home from school, which that's another thing. Like, if you're home from school, it's not just a free day. But at the same time, like, you have to kind of give a little bit.
I
You
know
what
I
mean?
wasn't lounging around much because I remember getting in an argument with our dad because he's like, go lay down, you're sick. And I'm like, no, if I lay down, I feel worse. I feel crummy. You know how like whenever you lay down all day,
Oh, okay. So
just
you
feel
sat
bad.
up in a recliner, watch TV. My bad.
No.
Ow! That really hurt.
Charlie bet me.
Oh, man.
Sometimes she's just annoying.
But, I mean, that's... Hey, you should say, I'm annoyed by your actions, not that you're annoying. Okay?
That's how kids are nowadays.
Learn how to
just how
speak.
the way they say it. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I think
Excuse her.
I think it's a whole limiting. I think it's very important, but you also have to give a little bit of grace. Like there's some. I'm guilty of sitting around playing a new game for hours on end. But I'm a gamer.
Chelsea.
I'm a gamer. Okay.
I just don't know how you find time to do it.
You don't. You just do it on the times that you're not supposed to.
So like
supposed to be
late
doing
nights is the only time you really
Oh my
got time
gosh.
to do something.
I've tried to get in bed earlier this week because I truly hated like how tired I was, and I still haven't found a happy medium yet. But
We put Langston to bed the other night at 8. Because
do you feel fantastic the next morning?
Normally we stay up and like watch a show together, just us, but it was like 8:30 and I'm like, do you want to go to bed early? You guys were texting at like 9:15 and I was out.
I wish I would have been out then. Did you feel great in the morning?
Yeah.
See, that's when I need to go to
It
bed.
was great.
Here's the deal, though. Both of you have known Brandon
yeah.
longer than me. that dude is still a night owl, and so he gets offended if I go to bed before him because he's like, well, when are we supposed to have time together? I'm like, you know what, fair enough, but also I'm tired of being tired. Okay, I need to go to bed. I'm
sick and tired of being sick and tired.
If you want to come to bed with me, let's go.
Yeah,
Otherwise, leave me alone.
Be like, you come see me in the bed.
Yeah.
You know, I like a routine, but sometimes the monotony of a routine wears me out because I'm like, it's just like
a robot.
every night.
Yeah, you're like, I'm a robot, just
I'm like,
living
all
the
right,
same
we're cleaning
routine.
the things, we're doing this, take the dog out, bed. Like that, do it
Do
over.
it all again. I think that's when burnout happens.
Yep.
That's why it's really important to just kind of like what you said well, you haven't said it yet. I think you were talking about the next episode, so I'll just leave that there.
Another challenge is like encouraging independence while also being like supportive. It's super hard because you're like, I just want to do it. It'd be so much faster.
Ugh.
But you got to let them learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes these children, here's a great example. The other night, last night, I think, or the night before, one of them, Bentley needed help with homework. So I'm like, okay. Or he comes out and he goes, hey, I need help with this. I was like, all right. And he goes, how do you find out the measurements between a bird and a fish? I was like, I'm sorry? What? He's like, yeah, I have to figure out, but they're not giving me any numbers. So I'm like, well, do you have something to measure then? Because that's not possible, Bentley. And so we walk into his room. God bless him. You know what? I mess up all the time. And literally just earlier I did this exact same thing. But I look at it, and you know how like sometimes there's a question and then there's like 3 points to it. So the first was like A, like how far is the fish from this? And then B was the bird's this far from the water. And I'm like, Bentley, you're not accounting for the 2 questions above it, which have numbers. He's like, wait. I said, see how it says A, B, and C? They all go together, son. Oh, I didn't think about that. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, there's your numbers. That's where the fish is, and that's where the bird is. So let's get that in. But then I catch myself doing the same thing. I took an invoice to Brandon earlier and was like, hey, you ordered this many. It says this many. He goes, move your finger. I moved my finger, and he goes, right there. There's the other line. There's the missing 4 that you need. I'm like, okay. So I guess I can't give him too much crap for it. But, yeah, sometimes I guess he gets it from me. I guess I need to become smarter. I don't really know. I don't know how to fix that.
It's hard because like sometimes I feel like kids don't have that some level of common sense that we had.
Mm-hmm. Well,
because
you
like
didn't
we
have
were
any.
I do think that it's
I'm gonna throw her out today.
I do think
Am I lying? She was book smart.
We talked about this. I do think it's easy to say that I'm just going to encourage Langston and let him do it and figure it out himself without getting in the way. That way he builds his own independence. But I already catch myself just wanting to do it all.
Do you ever watch me with my kids and you're like, yeah, I kind of get what she's saying now? Like,
I do.
where you're like, go left and they'll just go right. And I'm like, but I just told you left.
I think it
You
goes to like the amount of times you have to say to do it and they don't listen.
And things, I don't know, tell us if it's your kids too or not, but kids, my kids in particular, you might chime in on this, cannot follow more than 1-step directions. This is playing into A, B, and C right now. Mm-hmm. Are you teaching multiple step directions in school nowadays, or is it just like point to
That's
F?
the short form content that's making all of our brains stupid.
Holy
or the brain rot.
cow. I'll be
They're
like,
oh, I'm a Sigma Rizzler. And I'm like,
I don't get it.
oh, what?
I'll be like, go do
She
this.
capping. What? She popping a cap, or she got something I need to know about? What do you mean? They're dumb. That's brain rot.
I'll be like, go do this and then grab me this. Mm-hmm. And they literally might not even do either, let alone one. And then I'll be like, did you do this? Well, no. It's the second thing I told you to do. Oh, my God. And it, like yesterday at football, they were kind of doing some of that stuff. And Josh is like, I don't know if they're going to listen. Because, like, that was a 2-step direction. And I'm like, I know.
Well, I also think it's a lot worse for parents. I think once they get into the big world with, like, coaches and stuff, they're going to learn really quick because their consequence is going to be a lot harsher because it's going to mean something to them. Like, if they're sitting on the bench or they're not being able to participate with their friends, it's going to get clocked a lot faster than at home.
Yeah.
I mean, Mom screams 10 times a day anyway,
Yeah.
so why not make it
Yeah.
11?
And coach will be like, do 10 push-ups. And I'm like, dang, I need to start doing that. Drop and give me 10 next time you
We've done that
don't
before.
listen. But I don't understand. Like, people will be like, oh, well, why is mom in a bad mood? Or why is mom yell all the time?
Well, because
You're not
children.
listening. You don't listen.
They're not going to understand.
We'll move into faith, family, and values. So just trying, no matter what they're exposed to, and no matter how hard sometimes it is, we just got to teach them kindness and how to be resilient and be empathetic towards others.
I'm still struggling with that. Like, how do you teach? I don't know. Like, how do you teach a strong character? I feel like a lot of that stuff has to be learned by seeing
Experiences
someone
too.
doing it. And experiences and punishments, unfortunately, or seeing consequences.
Yeah.
I just wish my kids. You know what? Now, it makes sense to me now that I thought my parents were so stupid, my aunt and uncle, and thinking like, oh, they just don't want me doing, they don't want me to have fun, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, no, they literally were trying to keep me from being stupid. And here I
Isn't
am.
it crazy how important like your role now as a parent is? I think about that. I'm like, Langston is going to be the person that he sees us being.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I think as long as I am an empathetic person, which I feel like I am,
Yeah.
as long as I am just respectful and responsible and kind, which again, I feel I am, but everybody has their bad days. Everybody. I mean,
See, and I
there's
don't-
no perfect person.
No.
And so I just think about that. I'm like, I think it's really important to be the person that you want your kids to be. And that does sometimes make me nervous because even on my bad days, I'm like, we got little eyes watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, at home, I think we all relatively do pretty good. But I get more or less scared about the outside sources I have no control over.
Right. Like when they are away at school, like what are they seeing? Who are they hanging out with?
What are they saying? What are they doing? That's why I refuse for my kids to have any social media. I don't want it. They can wait until they're driving. And even then,
Yeah.
there's just too much going on. Too many
Right.
kids that are saying and doing things that they shouldn't. I already see videos and pictures that these kids should not be joking about. It's not funny.
Yeah.
It's inappropriate.
It's kind of crazy to me that knowing the amount that moms converse on these same topics nowadays, that those same mothers or like the multitude of mothers that still allow their kids to have that kind of thing. It baffles me.
And I don't even think it's necessarily like the things kids do on social media. I think that is really bad. Like I think a lot of bullying and just inappropriate things happen. But then I think it's just about like the dangers of it. Like the people, I mean, there's sick people out there that prey over little kids like that. And I fear for Langston to ever be like, Mom, I want this. Like, I want to have this. No. Nope.
Yeah.
We just have to hope and pray that we can pass down and give them the wisdom that they need to see through that. And
But then there's that whole other part of it that, like, the more you pull away and don't let them do things, the more they're gonna want to do it. So I think that was really good on our mom and probably your parents too. Like, give and take. Like, I feel like we got to do things within reason.
but I also
I
feel
think
like
your- like, your mom
2000s
was
weren't
better.
like
So
they are
it-
now.
Like, yeah, we built a lot of trust with our mom because you get where I'm going.
Yeah. My aunt did pretty well. I think I was just a wild child, to be honest, which is what I'm truly hoping doesn't happen to my children. Because honestly, it doesn't matter. Like you said, you could be the perfect parent. They're still going to figure out a reason. But also, too, like I remember, like then I start bouncing around the idea, like I remember when we were kids, we would be like, okay, well, we want to have a party or we want to have a drink. Like, let's do that here. And then I remember a lot of parents would be like, well, as long as you're under my house, and I can watch these things, I'll allow it to happen. But then I think now, like, okay, but is that promoting, like, being okay to do it versus, but as long as I can see them. Do you get where I'm going with this? Like, I feel like that's also a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Like
I don't wanna
you're at
promote
least
it.
being responsible
Yes.
enough that they're under your supervision, but then you're also saying like, yeah, this is okay as long as we're here watching you.
Right.
Yeah.
But then, like, is that giving them permission to want to do it more.
But maybe
or
it's
fall
finding
into
that-
something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's such a double-edged sword no matter which way you do it.
Like you try and be protective.
I think
thinking you're doing
every
a good thing.
topic of parenting can be a double-edged sword.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's literally the hardest job I've ever done, and I don't even want to think about any of that because I know what we were doing, okay? I'm not going to be naive to the fact that we were 16-year-olds, 17, 18-year-olds, and seniors in high school going to bonfires getting drunk, okay? We did that. Unfortunately, we were a little dumb, but it happened, and I don't want to be naive to the fact that my kids will probably also do the same thing, but I also really want to push like, please don't. Don't do that. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Learn from me.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
if
say
you
I
do,
talk to a lot of teens now to know like what they're into nowadays, but I do know statistically. I was reading an article the other day, and I think drinking was down like 25 or 36%.
Perfect. Then maybe we won't have to deal with it.
Yeah, might be games. They might be having game parties.
Well,
Who knows?
yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, I guess it's a little bit of the drinking, but I also don't want to push such a bad agenda to where they don't call me if they're drunk. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, how do you do that? Like, hey, I really don't want to promote it. You really should not be drinking until you're 21, but please call if you decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, those are high
You know
school
what I mean?
years. We'll get there soon enough.
I don't want
We'll
to.
figure it out.
I don't want to do it.
Slow down time.
Yeah. Well, they're growing in knowledge. We're growing in knowledge. All of this is like a huge learning experience because we first time moms, you know, like we've never done this before. We didn't reincarnate. But I mean, we don't have to have it all together, but as long as we're showing up and we're showing love and we're showing care and we're explaining and showing them what good examples should look like, I think we're doing a good job.
I think if we just really try to live like Jesus. Hey, Jesus partied. He did. He turned water into wine. He never said you couldn't party. He just said don't let you fall into the bad side of partying, which is drunkenness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah. Is that it?
So yeah, that is that is it for today as far as the back to school, the chaos of it, wrangling everything back together and getting our routines down. But in the meantime, we are
Motherhood Unhinged.